If I told you to think of a person with schizophrenia, what behaviors would you think of? You might think of a person who shouts and curses at people who aren't there. Maybe you think of a person who's vicious, out of control, even dangerous. Maybe you think of someone with multiple personalities. The truth is, a person with schizophrenia is probably none of the above.
In reality, schizophrenia is an umbrella term for a wide array of unique but similar circumstances. Side note, we're going to go over some definitions here, but do not use this video as a diagnosis for yourself or others. We are not professionals. According to the DSM, one episode of psychosis is enough to qualify for a diagnosis, so long as it's not explained by other factors such as a brain tumor or recreational fun.
Positive symptoms are probably the ones you're most familiar with. These symptoms are characterized by the added functions of typical brain activity, such as hallucinations and delusions. Negative symptoms, on the other hand, deserve special attention because they are the most debilitating part of the illness. Negative symptoms are the loss in typical behavior, such as interest in usual pleasures, focus, concentration, sleep, emotion, and appetite.
If you had schizophrenia, you might find it difficult to go to work or class, to answer that text message, to feed yourself, or even move. Not only do things not seem worthwhile, but they seem almost impossible. You might feel trapped without a way to express your emotions because you don't have access to words, facial expression, body language. You might have a difficult time following what other people are saying or getting a sentence from your head to your mouth. Some days will be better than others, but there's no clear-cut way to manage these negative symptoms because the predominant medications prescribed for schizophrenia don't even address them. Antipsychotics can't. They only address positive symptoms. And researchers don't even know what causes the negative symptoms, let alone how to treat them.
To make things even more difficult, many people with schizophrenia simultaneously battle one or more other diseases, such as anxiety, depression, OCD, or even substance abuse, each of which have to be treated on their own. So if you associate schizophrenia with animated, sporadic personalities, there's a good chance that person is battling a number of mental illnesses simultaneously.
And not everyone with schizophrenia is violent. In fact, schizophrenia poses the biggest threat to the sufferer themselves. People with schizophrenia are 50 times more likely than the general population to commit suicide. Those are some bleak odds for a group of people who are dehumanized by society.
Unfortunately, resources for people with schizophrenia are scarce. Even though there are 2 times more people with schizophrenia than Alzheimer's, there is far less funding for research for schizophrenia. 1/3 of people living with schizophrenia live on the streets. In fact, more individuals with schizophrenia are homeless than individuals residing in mental health facilities receiving care.
This disease needs to be treated like any other illness. With proper care, treatment, and compassion, people with schizophrenia can live completely fulfilling lives. On a political level, we need to make sure that every conversation, including healthcare coverage, includes mental health care coverage as well. But just on a human level, compassion and understanding for those who are struggling with internal battles is what's most important. No one should have to feel alone in this world.